Welcome back to Omni After Hours here on the House of Rags. Now, we've got a bottle of just absolute magic in our hands here. We have been using this product, which is Garage Therapy's Tire Serum, probably for the better part of a couple of months now. Can you see how much we've used in the bottle there? Not really, eh?
You're probably
It's
about there.
Probably about there.
But I also have a bottle which has got less out of it, or more out of it than that.
Correct. So we have been using this, we have been testing it, we have been driving in the rain, driving in the sun. We haven't been driving in the snow, but we've been driving in all sorts of conditions, testing out this to see, does this replace the tyre dressings that we currently have on our shelf? And there's some really good tyre dressings out in the market right now. You've got Yum's Dress. What else have we been using?
Armour Detail Supply Tyre Plus.
Tyre Plus, Armour Detail Supply Ghost. We've tried a whole range
There's
of different...
Pans tyre dressing.
Oh yeah, Pans.
There's DIY Details dressing.
Yep, we've got the Detail
Every
Co.
company has got a tyre dressing. Yeah,
Yep.
Detail Co. They all have sort of maybe different ingredients or different chemical makeup. They have different dilution factors. I'm not too keen on diluting chemicals like a tyre dressing, so I do like something straight up, and that's what's in your hand.
Yeah, so we'll kind of save the reasons why we are really liking this, and we keep going back and back to it, but just a little secret we'll let you in on. This has kicked all of those other tyre dressings out of our shelf and into our cupboard. This is the one that we're reaching for, and we're going to tell you in this video exactly why. What we need to do before we can actually show you why tyre dressing is fantastic, or it's not tyre dressing, the tyre serum from Garage Therapy, we need to clean these wheels. So we're not going to bring you along the whole wheel cleaning process. You've seen that countless times across the House of Rags and on the Omni Garage channel, but we're just really going to clean this wheel, deep clean the not only the face of the wheel, but we're going to use our Armour Detail Supply tire cleaner, and we're going to use that to clean any
The most
browning.
important thing about tyre dressing longevity and how it looks and performs is how well you've actually cleaned the tyre.
Correct. Preparation is really key here to ensure the tyre is ready to accept that tyre dressing or that tyre serum. So what we're going to do, we're going to let that eat for a little bit. I'm going to foam straight over the top, and I'm not going to walk you through this process. You've seen this so many times. We'll show you a couple of little snippets of us cleaning this wheel, and then the next time you hear me talk, well, I'll be coming back to finish off the preparation of the tyre before we get into the tyre dressing. I promised you guys I wouldn't talk, but this is the Yum wheel mitt, and we're really enjoying this so far. We've got a few of these, 4 of them in fact. We've got 2 in the bucket here, 2 at Glenn's house, and right now this is our favourite wheel cleaning mitt that we're using.
So scrubbing these tyres is the most important step that you can do to ensure that you're going to get some good looking and some good longevity out of your tyre dressing.
Yeah, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to rinse this wheel off. Now we've cleaned it, we've cleaned the tyre once. I'm going to rinse it off because I don't know what's been on here prior. I want to hit these tyres twice, so I'll rinse it off, then I'll hit it again with a tyre cleaner and do one more clean. We don't actually have a huge amount of browning here, which is fine. It's not really what I'm trying to achieve. I'm trying to get a clean finish. And the most important thing is trying to strip anything that is away here, because if we already have a tyre dressing on here and we go and try and apply something over the top, it could reject it, and that's potentially where you get a bit of a patchy look. So let's rinse this off. And then we'll go again with the tyre cleaner. This is particularly important if maybe you've taken your car to a dealership and they've gone and put a really heavy, greasy tyre dressing on there. You know, the ones, the really glossy, wet, kind of donut looking ones. This didn't really have that, but I just want to make sure we prepare this. No browning, very, very little here. So
Well, you can tell that you're going to pull most of that out on your first attempt, and then the second attempt is like an insurance.
Yeah. And the way that we use our tyre cleaner from Armour Detail, we do this 1-to-1. So we mix this 50% water, 50% product. That's the heavy dilution that they suggest on here. I think they've got a few different few different dilution rates. Doesn't actually say on the bottle here. It does on the gallon, so we do it 1 to 1. And we find we get really good results from that. So we can rinse that away. And what we're going to do now is allow some time for this tyre and this wheel to dry. What we don't want to do is apply the tyre serum to a wet wheel. We want to allow it to dry. So we'll accelerate that process a little bit with the leaf blower, but we'll probably come back to you guys. I mean, it's in 2 seconds your time, probably 20 minutes our time.
So you've watched a little bit of a montage of Glenn cleaning this wheel. It's had time to dry. We've accelerated that with the leaf blower just to get us to a point where we can apply it. But here we have a clean tyre. Now the tyre actually looks really quite dull because we've removed everything that's in there and now we're getting ready to dress this. So my favourite way of applying this is actually via the brush.
This has a pretty unique feature as to some of the other tyre dressings. This lid is quite nice. You're not spraying it, so you're not getting it all over your driveway or over your garage.
So I like to sort of just get it to an area where it's spreadable. Now this tyre dressing, it spreads okay. It's not its greatest feature. You do have to work it in. Some of the other tyre dressings that we've used, I definitely noticed spread a lot easier. And in particular, if you've got like Michelin Pilot Sport 4s and you've got that velvet lining on your tyre around like where the like checkered flag is, that area can be quite hard to apply it. But I just work it in. I use the magic of the product and I just spread it as I go. I actually find this process at the end of cleaning the vehicle quite a therapeutic process. Do you like that as well?
Yeah, I mean, it signs off the detail, doesn't it? It's like the last thing you do before you get to go back inside and relax.
Now Glenn and I have had an argument on the YouTubes before about where we should apply our tyre dressing. Do you go to this line or do you go right up into here?
Yeah, I go all the way up. We're not going to repeat that argument. Oh, you're going outside.
I'll go all the way just to keep the the peoples happy.
Now, one of the things you'll see on video here is it looks quite patchy. So this area here, it almost has that like bluey grey tinge to it. It looks patchy. And with a lot of other tyre dressings, that patchiness would be a problem because it's going to dry with that patchiness as well. This is a little bit unique.
So I've actually spent the time to get Maz from GT Garage Therapy on one of our initial podcasts. Go back and check it out on the House of Rags. And I sit down for him over an hour. We discuss their product line. And he talks about some very unique features about this, how they developed it and why they created it. So short story is they were doing some design process stuff. They have some really interesting background stories, but they were designing some rubber-based piles for flexibility in buildings, and part of that was some anti-cracking agents to stop that from failing. I think I've got that loosely correct. And so the products that they used in that rubber to stop it from cracking and to keep it, I guess, moisturized for a long period of time, that similar stuff was created for this tyre dressing. So I think I like products that have got quite a unique story and I can tell the story about why we like it. And I think that's just an interesting fact. Do you like products like that, Glenn?
Yeah, I mean, it's point of difference, isn't it?
Yeah, point of
especially
difference.
when you've got a lot of products that are very similar and you're going, oh my goodness, these, like, it's hard to tell the difference between them. One with a good story is probably going to win a lot of the time because
yeah, it's a nice selling point, and it's like, hey, these guys have thought outside of the box for this. They've used their brain, they've developed something, similar across nourishing, keeping rubber nice and, what was that word? Moisturized and looking good. And they've brought that in from the building industry. So this product, Glenn is correct, it's got a blue tinge to it. It looks quite glossy and a bit sort of or not so uniform, but I can tell you now, we'll leave this to dry for the next 20 minutes or so, and this will be pretty much dry to the touch. I never ever have to level this tyre dressing. I just put it on, I let it soak, mainly overnight's even better, and even over time, so the more and more you do this tyre dressing gets better and better by keeping this tyre, I guess, nice and moisturised, dressed looking nice, keeps that moisture in the rubber, stops it from cracking. And if we'll go over and show them a couple of other vehicles, eh?
Yeah, I mean, we'll come back to this one in about 10-15 minutes time. It's about to start raining out here, so it'll probably be inside that we show you this. But if you come over here, so this car here, the Tesla, was washed a fortnight ago, so 2 full weeks, had that tyre dressing applied. And what you can see here is that we're getting some reasonable longevity out of it. Like, this has done quite a few kilometres, and that tyre dressing, to me, is still looking pretty nice. You haven't got, like, actually you can see it here. This is where we wouldn't have had any tyre dressing applied, really high up, that's kind of where I say I'd normally apply it, so I should have gone higher. But look at that difference. That's your untreated tyre, and that's what you've got there 2 weeks later after applying this tyre dressing.
And I even like that when this gets wet within that sort of 2, 3, 4 weeks, you get this really nice water beading effect. It almost looks like the tyres have got, quote unquote, a ceramic coating on them.
Well, I mean, we could grab the hose and we could, how about we show that? We'll get the hose and we'll show you guys the water beading on them. So if you wet this tyre here, Glenn, let's show the people. See that water behaviour you get on it?
I don't want to wet your hole because this is...
It's almost
That's
giving
2
you
weeks.
water beading, yeah, 2 weeks later. And then if I walk you a little bit further down here, I can show you 2 months. I've done a rinseless wash on this car in that 2 month period, so don't get at me for not touching it. But what I like is it definitely shows on this tyre here that it's not as rich. You can still see it here though. And this tyre dressing doesn't fail and turn splotchy. That tyre there, if you look at it, it stayed uniform all the way around. If we come to the back as well, you're going to see pretty much exactly the same. 2 months tyre dressing's been on there. Yep, it's not as rich as the Tesla tyre, but it also doesn't look really brown and horrible there either. We've only been about 5 minutes, and just kind of show you behind Glenn there. It's already started to level itself out, and self-level is probably the key. So you give that another 10 minutes, 15 minutes, it's going to look pretty great and almost ready to send off to a customer.
So this product doesn't have like that amazing fruity scent. Like I reckon the best smelling tyre dressing on the market is actually Yum Dress V2. That product smells fantastic. So if you want a really good tyre dressing, that I would think would be a runner-up to this product. It is a little bit more glossier. It does sort of look a little bit, have more of a shine to it, but that is the best smelling. This doesn't smell unpleasant. It sort of smells like face cream. You know how face cream has that smell?
Like a moisturiser.
Moisturiser.
Well, that's exactly what it is. It's moisturising your tyres.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So that is a very quick overview of how we would go about preparing our tyre to accept a tyre dressing, and we've shown you how we use our favourite. This is Garage Therapy Tyre Serum. I highly recommend you get yourself a bottle, so head over to thehouseofrags.com, use the code OMNIGarage, that'll save you 10% off at checkout. We are affiliated with the House of Rags, we get a little bit of a kickback, that helps us buy products like this. But this is our favourite tyre dressing. Subscribe to the channel because we love doing really cool videos on sort of products that we've found along the way throughout our detailing careers, and we love to share our experiences with these. So thank you for watching. Subscribe to the House of Rags, pick yourself up a bottle of this, and you can't go wrong.